Hello, my name is Onyeka Uche. I'm a girl just trying to figure out how I want to show up as my personal brand. And I'm also trying to build a business, and I'm recording it all and putting it out there for the world to see. So, welcome. So, I actually hired a business coach back in December of 2024, but so far we've had 3 sessions. Some homework from that third coaching call was to buy my business domain. So, something that we've been talking about over the past 3 calls is a name for the business. When my first call with him, I didn't have a name. Something that I have talked about on this channel is just having analysis paralysis. And that was a big part of why, I couldn't stick to a name. In our third coaching call, I was able to finally choose a name. So, from that call, one of my homework assignments was to buy the domain name, just so at least I have the domain registered, and I can work towards eventually registering the business. But we're not quite to that point yet. So in this video, I am just going to be purchasing the domain name. You can see my screen a little bit, but I don't actually want to show you, obviously, what the name is just quite yet. Maybe I'll share that with you guys at a later point, but right now, we're going to keep that under wraps. So I actually have the name in my cart. So we're on GoDaddy.com, by the way. That's where I purchased my first business name. And I can share that. That business was called that domain was called shopsavon.com. And for those of you probably don't know this, but I owned a jewelry business. So it was an e-commerce business. I sold jewelry online, and the brand was called Savon, Cevon. I no longer operate that business. I actually still do own that domain name, but that business has been dissolved. So, but I do still own it through GoDaddy. So, yeah. So I am just going to be purchasing this domain, and let's see. Something that I really want to try my hardest to do better with is just organizing all of my business purchases. Obviously, this business is not registered yet, but when I do register it, I just want to have a record of all of my transactions in one place. And that's something that I have not done a great job with, just keeping track of all of the purchases for the business in one place in the past. And, when I'm speaking about in the past, I'm talking about with Savon. Oh, I don't want you to see that. I'm talking about with Savon, my jewelry business. And when I had my jewelry business, and I'll be talking and kind of working at the same time. When I had my jewelry business, it was registered. It was a registered LLC. Did I have a business bank? I eventually did open a business bank account, but it's not an account that I used every day. I had a debit card, but I didn't use a debit card every day. I think I would just use, if I had to purchase anything, I would purchase it on my own personal cards, and then I think at the end of the year, I would always look back to see, which was such a inefficient way to keep track of purchases. I don't even know why. Why didn't I use my business debit card? I may have gotten it late. So maybe I was already used to just making the purchases on my own card. I don't even know. I can't even tell you. But yeah, I'm trying to get better at just organizing all business purchases so that it's streamlined. Obviously, the best thing to do is to open up a business account, but because this business is not registered yet, I don't want to do that. Maybe there's a way to open a business bank account as a sole proprietorship, because a sole proprietorship, I don't believe you have to register that officially. Well, I think you do. You have to register as a sole proprietorship with, the IRS and everything. But I just don't want to register anything right now because I just don't. So so in order to keep track of all of my expenses, I need to keep track of it, whether that's through an Excel sheet. What I'm trying to do right now, actually, I'm going to make the purchase on a credit card that I don't use at all, actually. And it does have an annual fee, so I'm going to be charged an annual fee anyway. So this will just be the card for now that, at least when I look back on the statements, whenever I am ready to register the business, I know that all purchases will be for this business. Like, this is not a card I use on a day-to-day, or not even a card that I use randomly at once every couple of months. So when I do register the business, I can just look back to the statements on this card and know that every transaction on this card is for the business. And then obviously, once I do register the business, I'll have a separate business account, checking account, and hopefully one day a business credit card that will make all of this so much easier. All right, so right now I'm just putting in the information for this credit card to make this purchase here. All right, make sure everything looks good. Let me review my order. Don't save this card. So in my coaching call with my business, I'll just call it my business coach, whatever. Casey, he's my business coach. He was like, "You're probably gonna spend this much on Chipotle or whatever at some point. So why not just register the domain name at least, and know that you have that domain locked down?" And I was like, "All right. Why are you calling me out?" For me, it's 2416. He was like, "You're probably going to spend that much on Chipotle anyway, so you can spend that much on a domain for your business that you're trying to build." And I was like, "Oh, I'm triggered." All right, complete purchase. So it's processing. All right, that's it. My domain is purchased. It is purchased. I spent a whopping $24.16. All right, so that was step number one. Oh my gosh, this makes it so much more real. But so I officially have a name for the business. Yay! Everything else, I don't know I don't know when I'm going to actually register the business as an LLC. I don't think that will come for at least another couple of months, because there's still so much that I want to build before I get to that step. And with that too, like, I don't want to register it prematurely. So that's why I'm trying to do everything so methodically. So at least for now, the name is registered. We know that through just kind of market research, there's no other business that has this name out there. Another reason why I don't want to share the name, because I don't know, you just gotta protect certain things. So I'm just trying to protect the name, trying to protect the integrity, trying to protect the name of the business. One day, God willing, I'll announce it. And then hopefully the day that I announce the name is the day that I launch it completely. So I'm going to share it eventually. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I just kind of wanted to do that kind of live and show you guys, like, the whole purpose. One of the purposes of this channel is to document the journey of building my business, and buying the domain name is a really, like, simple step to do for myself, but it's also like a monumental step too. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. My domain is officially bought and registered by me, the owner. So yeah, this was a huge step for me. But thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.